Yeah.
Why isn't it going?
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer, the circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball. Take off the caps, time for the song. Red, white, and blue, we all sing along. The ace on the mound is feeling the seams, staring him down, looking real mean. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball.
And good evening and welcome to the Laughter Saves live show, live here on Facebook and Strong Island Radio. We're back. Week 3. We're kicking some butt. First 2 shows I think went pretty smoothly. Tonight, in the home hole is Steve Oliva. He is not here tonight. He had some pressing matters. That's what we're going to say when we tell somebody not to come.
He had to go get a new shirt.
No, what do they say? They're reporting. He's reporting. He has an outside. What do they say in the news? He's doing a story. When they doing a story.
Oh, he's an investigative reporter. He's on assignment.
He's on assignment. Thank you,
Steve's
guys.
on assignment.
He's
Getting
on
a new
assignment.
shirt.
But tonight, the first time in the co-host spot, batting second, Pat the Man Marone.
Patty.
Patty.
How you doing?
Patty's here today, and in our we call it, what do we call it again? The third wheel.
Third wheel. Where I
Third
spent
wheel.
most of my life dating and whatnot. I was always the third wheel.
No, that's Steve Oliva.
Even-
That's
even-
Steve. That's Steve.
Even on my honeymoon, I was the third wheel.
Frank Fiala. Hey, Frank. Our social media guru tonight is the always handsome John Santo.
Who didn't realize he'd be appearing on TV, so that's why I didn't come
Right.
in.
He's apparently out of uniform.
Out of
One
uniform.
of these things just doesn't belong.
It's like Catholic school. He would have been sent home if it was
Right.
Catholic school.
But I am
But
wearing
he-
my breast cancer awareness
he
cap.
does-
That screened.
Yes.
It's very
He
important.
does have
Yes.
a nice team on. I got the same
does,
jacket
but-
on. I had the same jacket too.
But John, I don't understand that you're wearing the Jets and yet you sit there and you say you like the Jets and the Giants. You can't like both. It's one or the other.
They were debating about this before
You
the
have
show.
to choose one or the other.
He doesn't have to choose. He likes both teams.
I have.
He's
doesn't
showing
work.
his kids that you don't have to
what?
just root for one
you know what?
team.
It only,
Well, no,
counts,
I only do
counts in
football.
baseball. You know
Yeah,
what?
you
If
can't
you're a
be
Met
Met Yankee fan.
Yeah, you can't be a Met Yankee.
No.
No,
It
you
only
can't be a
counts
Met
in
Yankee fan.
baseball.
No.
No.
Even
No.
like in Chicago, there's no way you're a Cub and a White Sox
No,
fan.
Right.
but
No
the
way.
football is separate. So if you look at all 32 games at the regular season games for the Jets and Giants, that's only like April of a baseball season.
Yeah.
Like the football is so precious, so.
Oh, so you want
Right.
to root for more teams? You want to be passionate
I want
more
more
games?
football because I have nothing to do from after baseball's have nothing to do until spring training.
Okay.
Get a
okay.
job.
I like it.
So I
like
watch
it.
a lot of football.
If I have a bottle of water here, I'm going to keep drinking it.
You know
Um,
what? Somebody can I just make one other point. One of my friends said, "Well, what would you do if the Jets and the Giants played in the Super Bowl? Who would you root for?"
Right.
And I said, "That's like asking me where I would take Salma Hayek to dinner."
That's
Right.
true.
You know,
It's not going to
I
happen.
got to get the date first.
It's not going to happen. I want to talk about our week a little bit. I got a few things I want to talk about, so I'm not going to hog it all here. Let me start with the Skull and Bones group. It's my daughter's troop at high school.
All right, because the
Skull
skull
and
and crossbones is like sort of like the Illuminati.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know what.
That's what they, for some reason, that's what they call it. It's her acting thing at Mepham
Oh.
High School. Mepham High School did a fundraiser the other night. They did a Broadway. You know, Broadway. Everybody sang a Broadway
Yes.
tune or whatever. It was a really nice show. My daughter did a nice job.
She really
and
did. She really did.
they every year they do it for a different charity.
Okay.
Last year it was some really good charities. The last few years. Did it for Laughter Saves Lives this year, guys.
Oh, nice.
You're kidding.
I was very moved. Very, very moved.
She did that Dusty Springfield song, terrific, with in Italian. It was
Oh, you saw it today? Yeah,
Oh, it
she's
was unbelievable. Yeah.
Mike, let me Olivia Lynn LaRocchia. I have 3 beautiful kids, wonderful kids. But she, the last few weeks, has so impressed me. But they raised over $1,000. She's president of the Drama Club.
Yes,
She's
I saw
president of the Italian,
Are you sure she's your daughter? She's so
I know.
She's
Right,
so
she's very talented.
So talented.
She's
yeah.
very talented.
and she sang in Italian at the ceremony
Yeah,
today.
it was beautiful.
It was very nice.
Really.
So thank you, the Skull and Bones at Mepham, Mr. G. That was very nice. They raised over $1,000 for Laughter Saves Lives. Laughter Saves Lives is taking on a volunteer firefighter, Baldwin Firehouse, the other night my son met. 28 years old, stage 4 lung cancer. We're going to be doing a little show for him. All of us are going to be on it. I forgot to tell you guys. And we're also going to pay some of their bills coming the following week. Laughter Saves Lives. It's not you guys.
Yes.
Not you guys.
Well, send the bills to Frank.
Right, send them
He's
to
got
me.
that plenty of money.
He's got-
The
So
real
those are the
estate.
two things in my week. One more, I taught on the military base yesterday in Virginia. I'm always moved when I drive onto these military bases. They are huge. It's a whole city. You know, they got their own school system, their own gas stations, the whole bit. But the dedication that these guys have is phenomenal. And to tie into that, I don't know if one of you guys sent me this week. What was the biggest dinner ever at the White House?
As far as you mean
People.
the amount of people?
Amount of people. The biggest dinner ever hosted at the White House.
I'm going to say...
If you want me to give you the president, if you need a little hint, I'll give you the
I
president.
thought you weren't going political on this show.
This is
No,
not
it's,
political.
White House historical.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
What's
So thank you for that clarification. See,
well, I'm a presidential
Nixon.
impression.
Nixon.
The wedding. His daughter's
No.
wedding.
No.
no.
Really?
Watergate.
Vietnam
Farewell dinner.
vets. He hosted a dinner with 1,400 plus. I apologize if I'm getting the number wrong. Vietnam vets. They duplicated the ceremony 40 years later at his library. A third of the guys showed up, and they had it again at the library. They loved Richard Nixon for that. You know, a lot of guys just for that reason alone.
And,
And he
and I never talk about that.
Yes.
That was, you know,
So anything in your week, Mr. Pat?
Had a show for supposed to be a fundraiser for Puerto Rico.
How'd that go?
Not too good. 2 people showed up, and we had to perform in front of 2 people. And my opening line when I went out there, I said, I hope Puerto Rico is not relying on us to save them, because
Well-
we raised like maybe enough money for a case of water with the shipping and handling.
I actually went on the website to see if I could go down to Puerto Rico for like a week in December, and nobody has gotten back to me yet. Like I went on the Red Cross or whatever.
They don't even want you there.
No.
No. I don't want to go on my own. I don't want to get a plane and just go on my own. I want somebody to be able to say, "Hey, LaRocque was out there. We can't find him. We'll go look for him."
I don't even know when they're going to have commercial flights again. It's all military.
I think they.
so
It's all
it-
military.
I thought they
and,
resumed them. No.
No, they resumed the airport. They have temporary. They put in temporary control towers. and
Oh,
stuff.
maybe that's
But
what
just
I.
for relief,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's tough. It's tough. The bad thing going on there.
That's kind of funny though.
The DOD restored the air traffic in 3 days.
Okay.
They're looking for retired cops to go down there and do security as well.
Sure.
Well, at least
Sure.
it was a nice couple I performed in front of. It was a couple.
Nice couple.
Yeah,
Were they were they from Puerto
one
Rico?
was a PA. No,
Oh.
one was a PA, and another one was a nurse. and,
Physician's assistant.
physician's assistant.
Physician.
and- Yes, and,
Because PA could be a few
and I had to do
things.
20 minutes in front of them, which is
God bless them. God bless
they
them.
had to last through my act for 20
Jeez.
minutes.
If
So
they weren't drinkers, they were by the end of the night.
They were vomiting after they were done.
And Mr. Sen, you have anything? How did your week go? You have any shows this weekend? Any?
I did a show this past week, and it was for the Kimberly Coffee Foundation.
I saw that. Very nice.
And that is a very important. Go to their website because it's the poor girl, high school senior, a week before graduation, contracted meningitis B, and the vaccine that she had as a kid. I learned all this during this.
That's
the
what happens
pre-show
with these shows.
presentation.
Yeah.
And I was taking notes on my phone. I'm texting my wife during the presentation. I'm texting my wife because the meningitis vaccine covers 4 strains, but not this 5th strain, the B. And there was also so she unfortunately passed away within 24 hours. She was an otherwise healthy young girl that passed away in 24 hours.
Unbelievable.
To hear her mother tell stories is very emotional. There was also a guy who contracted it as well as an adult and survived. Took him months and months of therapy, lost 60 pounds. So definitely go onto the website and learn about this and ask your physician about this vaccine because the vaccine only came out in 2014, the B vaccine.
Right.
So probably nobody's gotten it. Very few people have gotten it already.
Wow.
So it's very, very important, so that was like an example of we did a great comedy show, but before we laughed, we learned.
Yes.
And we
yes.
learned about this.
We do that a lot. Yeah.
And it's good to do that because sometimes people mistake make a mistake and they do a joke about something that
No, we-
happens.
I stayed clear
without
of
knowing.
anything.
So that's
Yeah.
happened to a few people I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes comedians come late and they don't see the whole dynamic of what happened before.
You got to see the
And
whole
you got to
dynamic.
see the whole thing because if you don't want to go anywhere near anything.
yeah.
like
Right.
that.
That's it happened. It happened to Rich one time.
Yeah. So I was, I just, I didn't have to change.
Yeah.
My act doesn't touch upon that anything like that anyway.
Good.
But
good.
yeah. So that was.
So, by the way, thank you, Holbrook, and thank you, Baldwin, for 2 wonderful shows, Laughter Saves Lives shows this weekend.
Oh, I don't know what that noise was.
Oh,
And one other thing
did we
we're
do?
going to touch upon, we had
Yes.
another a member of Laughter Saves Lives. They had a roast for Stephen Perillo. I was on Sunday. That was another.
Yes,
thing
and
we did
Steve
on the
is a
weekend.
good friend of Laughter Saves
Yeah.
Lives. We call him the family, part of the family,
Yes,
the Laughter
yes,
Saves Lives
yes.
family. There's no membership.
He's a good kid.
That he's been very helpful with videos and comedy, and he's gotten funnier and funnier. Happy birthday, Steve Perillo. I'm sorry I couldn't make your roast. I had to go make the donuts. I had to go teach and make some money for the family. Did you want to add anything for your week, or did you already?
No, I
Did I miss that?
no, I didn't. I always seem to be the third wheel. So no, I had a good week.
All right, good. Thanks.
My second movie came out, Matilda. It was an independent film.
Very
with,
nice,
Love
very
and
nice.
Respect, Love and Respect Entertainment. I watched it the first time.
Did you play Matilda?
I did not actually. I played a priest, and I watched it the first time and I
Right.
didn't like it, and then I watched it the second time sober, and I thought it was a little bit better. But and then my son has had a great week. He goes up to Maritime College, and
Oh yeah, so some pictures on
he got
Facebook.
to bring the flag out onto the field before the game, so he got to meet Aaron Judge and
That was nice,
Todd
but,
Frazier.
but getting back to Matilda, I think I did see the clip. That was the movie where you look like Carl Malden.
yes,
And on the waterfront, you
Yes.
play when you play the priest, you look like Carl
Yes.
Malden. Your nose had to get a little bigger.
yes.
We have to call Bob in a few minutes, right?
Yes.
John?
What's all this music? Is that we have to break for commercials? And what's all this?
I don't know.
I just want to throw in our first commercial for the night. Famous Visions, a new sponsor of ours. They handle all our flyers and did a wonderful job with the two galas donating the books, the journals.
Journals.
Jonathan over there. For all your printing, promotional product, and custom apparel needs, make sure to try famousvisions.com. A great way to get all your business needs in one place. Business cards, flyers, brochures. He does all of that. Pens, pencils, shirts, and a whole lot more. Like I said, he also does my website. Make sure to like them on Facebook at famousvisions.com marketing, or just go to www.famousvisions.com on the web. Make sure to mention you heard about them from Laughter Saves Lives, and he will charge you double.
Yes.
I need your phone.
Oh, my phone. That's right. So yeah, Famous
Charges
Visions.
double, so that's how Laughter Saves Lives gets there.
Famous Visions, Jonathan,
And,
a good man.
And everybody out there watching, I don't know how many people are watching. They can make some comments on there, and John will read some off. if they
Please,
wanna make
please
some
make some
comments.
comments on
Please,
Or ask
Facebook.
questions
Maybe even
about
call
guests
in.
that we have.
The phone lines are not open right now.
Right.
But you know what?
This is
If somebody would want to call in to a phone call or two right now and talk about any of the issues, any of the topics we just brought up, we'll take a phone call. If you can get in there before our first guest goes on, let's read that phone number. It's on the bottom of the screen. It's 516-945-9099. That's 516-945-9099. If you want to call in, now's your time, because
Do
we're
it now.
probably not taking too many calls tonight.
this is
No.
a bad time to bring this up. 'Cause
Yes,
we're
my phone is
actually
dead.
Live.
What? Oh, you need
Oh,
something
yeah.
to plug into the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby, we need something to plug into the phone to use the phone.
Right. We'll get this down.
Thank God this isn't live.
Amy Solomon, hello.
That's all right.
I'd like to say hello to some of my
Hey, Amy.
Markowskis visiting from Colorado.
Who said hello?
Amy was supposed to call in?
No, I'm
No,
just saying hello
no,
to
he
her.
says.
Oh.
All right, so while we're doing that, I have a challenge for the brothers up here and for
Oh.
Oliva. We're going to have a guest on Steve. Pronounce Steve's last name. John Schlesinger.
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 yeah.
He's a certified New York State fishing licensed guide, instructor, whatever. I don't fish.
He's a great guy.
You
I don't
fish?
fish. No,
Right.
You
I
fish?
golf.
I know nothing about fish.
Fish, and neither does Steve. So here's the thing: we're gonna film us going out early on a Sunday morning fishing. All right, whatever we catches. Patty's gonna cook, and we'll eat some of it on the air.
Right.
Could you do that?
Flounder
Would you accept-
Parmesan?
Cook on the air?
No,
We're
not
gonna
cook
have
on the air. We can't
flounder
do that.
Parmesan with some rigatoni.
But
yes, I'll cook it.
We'll
Whatever.
put we'll put a funny video
Wait,
together.
we're going on a boat?
Make sure
We're
you
not
guys
going
catch
on a
some
boat.
striped bass or something.
We're surfing.
Right.
off into Flushing Bay.
Skates.
Flushing
No,
Bay.
no, somewhere in Long Island. Steve will take care of all of that.
Yeah, Steve's an expert.
He's a good man.
Right,
He's a
I
good
don't know,
man.
you know.
Well, all right,
So,
we'll have to talk
I
more
won't be
about
there.
So
that.
you calling Bob? You calling Bob?
Yeah, you want me to call him?
Call Bob.
Is he gonna put the worm on
Go
the
Bob.
hook?
So let me. Our first guest tonight. It's our show. If you could put the flyer up now, Bobby, for the show for Angela's house. That one is the 12-1 show. The December 1st show at Colonial Springs Golf Club. Angela's House is a 501c3 nonprofit organization to assist families caring for medically frail children. So basically, what Bob did is he had a very sick child who ultimately passed away. Bob will talk more about Angela, and he had a hard time finding a place to take care of his daughter. He didn't want to leave her far away in a hospital, yet he needed the services, and he couldn't really get him at home. So after his daughter passed away, he made a life mission here to help other families that were in the same boat, and he's doing God's work. This man is doing unbelievable work. I think he has 2 homes now, but he also helps families who keep the kids at home. We're doing our 3rd fundraiser for Angela's house, Moms Gone Wild. We always do Moms Gone Wild. We have 2 or 3 moms. We always throw a guy in there. Frank's done it. John has done it. We're doing that 12-1 at Colonial Springs. Do we have Bob on the phone? Not yet?
It says it's dialing.
It says it's dialing. All right. All right.
That's technology. We're
Right.
done.
His home care assists over 600 parents by coordinating complex array of services needed to support the children. 3 Angela houses where children are cared for in a warm, loving home environment that is suited to accommodate complex physical and medical needs. You can take the flyer off now, Bobby. These homes have a 24-hour nursing care, and they were the first of their kind in New York State. Stony Brook currently cares for children dependent on ventilators. For those of us with healthy children, we have no idea what these families go through. No idea. So, we have Bob there yet?
I don't know.
Yes, hi.
Oh, he's there.
Hey, Bob. We can,
How you
we,
doing?
We hear some music. Oh, are you there, Bob?
I'm here, yes.
Hey, buddy.
What's that
How are
music?
you?
Very good.
Have you been watching the show at all tonight?
No, I've been busy, nonstop work. You know how that goes.
Yes, yes.
Thanks for
You
watching.
know
John,
what?
John actually doesn't know what this is.
Bob, when people say they have been watching it, the only reason I ask is because we apologize right away. But since you haven't been watching it, then that's fine. We don't need to apologize to you.
Nobody else is watching it either, Bob, so don't worry about it.
So did you hear what I said about Angela's house, Bob?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you want to fill in some of the blanks, and up front, talk about your daughter for just a minute or two. Tell us about Angela.
Well, Angela, she would have been 28 this year in August, and it was she was our 2nd child, and unfortunately, at birth, everything went wrong, and she lost a lot of blood and oxygen, which really left her pretty devastated. And, the doctors did an amazing job, bringing her back and stabilizing her. But unfortunately, the brain damage ended up being very severe. And that's when we were in the hospital, not knowing how severe it was going to be and,
Sure.
And what was going to be entailed with her care. And then if we could do it at home, and were there supports to do that, and weighing that and looking at the alternatives, we were seeing how the kids were getting, like her, were getting stuck in hospitals because, it was very difficult to care for them when they were
Bob,
not well.
at what age did she pass away?
She was a little past her first birthday.
Oh, so it was a year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of these families that you deal with go through it for years. The situation that you were in, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's difficult to explain the children that we work with. It could be anything from a child that has had an accident, whether it's at birth, whether it's a car accident, or a fall, or head injury, or there are all the kids with all of the debilitating illnesses and life-threatening illnesses. And then there's also which include all the rarest of rare diseases.
Uh-huh.
And then you have all the kids that were born with some form of a developmental disability, but also having a lot of medical problems too. So
It's
it
amazing.
encompasses a lot
It's
of
just
children.
Bob. It's just amazing to me that all the work you've done. Your daughter was on this earth for a year, and all the families that you've helped in her name. Like I said before, if you heard me, you're doing God's work. I've met people in my life where I go, all right, that's what God wants us to do. That's God. That's where I see God in people like that. And you're one of those people. I've met you. I've talked to you. And when I walk away from you, I feel more relaxed. I feel like, wow, this is the way I wanna be seen in my life. So you really, I know you don't want a pat on the back. I know all that, but you're doing unbelievable work.
I appreciate the praise. I definitely feel it has been an incredible, with this being our 25th anniversary,
wow.
an incredible spiritual journey. I feel like I feel lucky that God gave me the strength and the ability, especially those early years, to be able to influence our politicians and so on, to listen to the fact of, how do we help families?
Mm-hmm.
And now to be in a position where we're able to do that, I feel very blessed to be a part of it.
Well, we feel here at Laughter Saves Lives very blessed and honored that you allow us to be a small little part of Angela's house and allow us to do these fundraisers. And we're doing a pretty cool thing on December 1st. Bob helps these children, whether it be in the home, whether it be, and his organization. I'm sure Bob has wonderful people working there and some volunteers that he wants to recognize also. But on December 1st, at the fundraiser, we're bringing a toy for the kids for Christmas. What a great way to start off the Christmas season, by the way, to buy toys for these kids. There comes a time you're like, oh, this one has 10 toys. I'm buying for this one.
Right.
But he's also buying toys for the siblings, because you can imagine what these siblings go through having a sick child, sick brother or sister.
Right.
Pat, you want to ask Bob a question or two, or have a thought?
I covered everything that. Maybe Frank might have a question.
You got anything you want to add there?
Well, now that you put me on the spot,
Well, I can let Bob keep talking.
No, it's
Go
all right.
ahead.
No, but Bob, now obviously your daughter's passing was your inspiration to get this started. But how did it actually come to be? How did you get the whole thing off the ground, up and running?
It's a great question. I often share with people, yes, it's my 25th anniversary, but the first 8 years of starting the agency, a lot of times it was me and the four walls around me, trying to do everything from making phone calls and writing letters and seeing legislators and showing up at meetings and forums to talk and trying to reach out to the papers and the TV stations. And
Bob, that must have been, though, the hardest part is dealing with the politics of it and getting this thing started on your own. Now, once you got the helpers and all that, but you must have went through hell trying to get what you needed.
You can imagine it was like running a marathon and not knowing if there was ever going to be an end, because you're looking for someone to look and understand what parents were going through, and who was going to step forward and be one of the first people to offer the help and assistance.
Bob, where are the 3 Angela houses?
Our first one was located in East Moriches. Our second one is in Smithtown, and then the third one is in Stony Brook. We've tried to find property big enough in Nassau, but we've struggled finding, and competitively and cost-wise, something big enough, because they're sprawling ranches.
Right.
Because they're fully accessible with wide hallways and
Sure.
a spread out, layout.
Well,
How many rooms do these houses have?
and how many children are in the homes?
We have 7 in the first one, and then we have 8 in the other 2. And most of them are single bedrooms. In each house, we have 2 doubles. Those rooms are a little bigger, and it's been a great alternative, for the families. 'Cause
Sure.
when you see the houses, they look like from the outside you would really never know, and then when you go in, it's kind of the same feeling. You have your basic, living room and den area and kitchen, and then in the back you have bedrooms. The first part of seeing something different is the fact by the bedrooms we also have nursing stations right in the middle.
Right.
So this way, when they are sleeping, that's where the nurses will, be able to oversee all of the nighttime care. And during the day they'll be there also. But, our effort is, so it looks like any other house other than that. It's decorated.
Yeah, they make them feel
the
like they're at
rooms are-
home.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of it being, it's, an
Cold hospital
institutional
or-
setting. Right. Absolutely. No cold feeling of
Right.
looking any, institutional looking paint job or, it's very colorful. We have murals. We have a lot of decoration. So it's beautiful.
Did you say how many kids? Did he say how many kids were in each house?
Yeah, seven in the first and 8 in the Stony Brook and Smithtown house.
Nice. All right. Well, hopefully, I keep saying I want to get there. I really would love to come and visit one day. Would that be okay?
Absolutely. I think it's good to see it because as much as you try to explain it, there's also that feeling once you go in there.
Sure.
It's a very, very warm, comforting feeling as you go into the home. It is, as sick as the kids are and as debilitated as some of the kids are, you feel it's a very peaceful place.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's definitely the next best thing to be in their parents' home.
Right. And that's Angela's house. That's perfect. Yep.
And that's, we just didn't want to see them getting stuck in hospitals, which many of them do. And we don't want to see them like we still see a lot of kids that are stuck in nursing homes out of state or even within the state that, that aren't always equipped at the level of, the loving care that we want to be able to
Right.
offer them.
Well, Bob, like you said, you're doing great work. If somebody wanted to contact you, if they were in a situation like this, I know you also help them with services. How would they contact you?
Well, it is important, because we work with over 600 kids in the community,
Right.
with the kids that are living at home, and any parent that has a child with long-term care needs, where they need nursing or they need aid to help them at home, and that's not an easy task to coordinate everything, and we have the ability to work with the county and state to do even work within the homes to make it more accessible. So they can go to our website, which is angelashouse.org, and they can email us under the contact information, or they can call our main number, which is 631-979-2620.
All right.
And this way we can be there to support.
Well, Bob,
for the moment,
we really appreciate you calling in. We're really excited about the show. And like I said to you, I know you're busy. It's holiday season. You don't need to show up. You want to send somebody, all you need to do is tell me where to send the check, because I have been working on this. I've been harassing people to come to this show. I don't harass people to come to all of my shows. This is one that I'm harassing. I mean, normally I have to harass people to come to see me because if you've seen my act, which you have, Bob, twice, you understand I need to harass people.
At least he stopped at 2.
Yeah, but we will see you or a representative on 12/1, and we're going to be collecting toys at the door for the kids also.
well, listen, here's another thought for you guys.
Yes.
I was mentioning to you, we got the day after and the day after that, because the Saturday and Sunday we do our holiday parties for the kids
Yes.
and the siblings and the families. And if you would like to stop by on there and come and see the kids, we have anywhere from 350 to 400
Oh, wow.
people on
Okay.
Saturday and second on Sunday.
Okay.
And so you'll get a feel of everything that's going on. And let me just throw one other piece out there that's a little different that a lot of people may not be aware of that we do. We take great respect in any parent that has lost a child. And we have a special statue in Eisenhower Park called the Angel of Hope. And on the 2nd of December, Saturday at 4 o'clock, we do a special candlelight vigil there.
Oh, okay.
And it is absolutely, it's hard to think that you could say something is beautiful when you're thinking about the passing of a child, but the vigil is usually attended by over 300 people, and it is unbelievable.
Bob, listen, we got to wrap up because we got another guest. But I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you letting us be a part of Angela's house and the work you do. You're doing God's work, my friend. We'll talk to you
Bob.
soon.
We'll see you in December.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Take care.
Lights On Safety Solutions, effective safety training for gas-saving lives. Lights On, they have a simulator, great training for fire departments and hazmat teams. Go on their website, which is lightsonsafety.com, I think, or just contact me because I'm going to be doing some stuff. I just downloaded the program this week, and I started using it for some training. It's fantastic.
And I'm
Call Tommy.
Tommy?
Call Tommy. Good man, Bob.
Yes.
Good man. We were talking about on the way in here how sometimes we're driving, and
The audience can't hear that.
oh, they can't. Oh,
I think Tommy's on the air.
Tommy,
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
good buddy. How are you?
Good. Watching the show. Good as always, my guys. Good as
wow.
always.
Are you watching our show?
I am watching your show.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So wait, did you break away from the Yankee game because they're getting blown out to turn in?
No, it's 6-4
Well, you know
Yankees.
what? I'm a Met fan, guys. So you know I'm watching it and I'm
Look, we're all
cheering.
clapping. We're all idiots. Yeah, the Mets are golfing. We're like, yeah, we're Met fans. we should be sitting here going, oh, all right, Tom. What a friggin' idiot you are.
know what? You know what it is? I can sleep now at night. Last time when the Mets were in the playoffs in the World Series,
It's too
I
stressful.
slept 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's
So
too
too much out
stressful.
there.
Yeah, too stressful.
I was
so,
done
Tom,
in June.
Tom,
Wait.
what-
We can't intro him like that.
What is the Yankees doing tonight so far? What are the Yankees doing?
No, it's time for Tommy's Tummy Tickler.
Tommy, tonight we want
That's
you to
an
give
intro.
us a tummy tickler. Wait, this is what Tommy's calling in. Are the Yankees down still? Did
No,
you-
they're winning
they're
6-4.
Oh, they're winning. All
could-
right, so the Yankee fans now, it's 2-2. Maybe it's going to be after tonight. They're looking for a quick meal to watch the game. What do you got for us, Tom?
Well, you know, it kind of ruins the recipe tonight because the Yankees came back and they're winning now. But you know,
And they
I
got
was
bases
hoping
loaded.
I was hoping to call in and say, you know, after tonight's game, you know, the Yankee fans are going to be drowning in their sorrows. And tonight I have drunken shrimp. So we're going to be doing doing 2 tablespoons of canola oil, 1 chopped onion, 6 cloves of garlic, minced fresh ginger root, 2 pounds of large shrimp, salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes for that spice, 3/4 cup beer. If you don't like beer, you can use Jack Daniels.
All right, who
I always
doesn't
like
like
to use that. 1/4 cup ketchup, cornstarch, water, toasted sesame oil, chopped onion, and we're going to throw all these ingredients in a crock pot and let it cook all day long. No, because the shrimp will overcook. So it's about 5 minutes to cook, 35-minute prep time.
Awesome.
How long to cook? I'm sorry.
5
They
minutes. to cook.
do the prep time on it is about prep time is about 35 minutes total. It's 15 minutes. It's usually about 15 minutes to cook the shrimp
And what
until
do
it's
you-
done. You don't want to overcook your shrimp.
What do you do with the shrimp? You mix all that stuff together before you get it hot, and then put the shrimp in at the last minute.
Yeah. You let it get nice and thick, and then you add the shrimp right to that, and you cook everything together. And I usually like to spoon it onto some garlic toast points.
Nice.
And then you could have
We
that with a
approve.
nice beer.
Send the shrimp off first and then throw it in the sauce. So you just go straight into the sauce.
Either or. I mean, I like to cook everything together so the flavors get in there.
Okay.
You know, turn it on low, put the lid on, and let it cook away.
Can you? Where can if somebody wanted to?
Where's
'Cause
ours?
Right.
you know, the first time you came on, a few people said, "Hey, where can we see that recipe?" Do you have these recipes posted on your website or anything?
I don't, but I could send them to you if you want to post them on. If you want to post them on something, that's fine. I have them all written down in a book, so I could just email them over to you if you want.
Yeah. You know what I'll do? Send it to me. I'm going to post it on the telephone pole outside my house.
Right.
Awesome. That sounds
next
great.
to the
Fantastic.
next to the guitar lessons.
Yeah, I got about 4 or 5 people a day who walk past. So no,
Great,
we'll
great,
post
but
it somewhere, Tommy.
You did have 14 viewers tonight, so it's looking good, guys. It's looking good.
No,
All right,
we're
hey.
also in syndication internationally.
Yeah,
Yes.
the chef can't be funnier than we are, Tom. So we're gonna have to hang up on
Sorry,
you.
sorry.
So this
I
is
forgot. I
Tommy's
forgot.
tummy tickler. Huh?
Tommy's
Last time
tummy
I bought my
tickler.
wife a tickler, it certainly wasn't for the tummy.
Take it easy, Tom. Thanks for calling in. I know you put the kids to bed already, right?
I did, yes.
So we thank you for doing that early. What did you gave him Benadryl again?
No, hey, we can't reveal. We can't reveal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was something I wasn't supposed to mention. All right. All right, my friend. Love you. Be well, and we'll
Tommy.
talk to you soon.
Thanks, gents. I
And
appreciate it.
Am I back on the air?
And that
Right.
was.
My battery.
Right, as my wife said, she hates when the batteries go dead.
Wait,
got-
we,
we got-
we need to close that segment. That was Tommy's Tummy Tickler.
Tommy's touching to the right here on Laughter Saves Live.
I'm a natural for
Live.
radio.
And that's
I'm
a
a
first,
natural.
right? That's a first here on Laughter Saves Lives.
Yeah, I went on a audition this week. By the way, I didn't bring that up
Oh,
in front.
for what?
Audition for what?
I went on an audition. I
This
don't.
guy
Am I
looks
allowed
like
to
Ed
say?
Koch.
Am I allowed to say what I went on audition for?
You know what? I would do it because worst case scenario, you get fined.
It's supposed to be big money, so
Or you
I'm
don't
not
get-
going to
or you
say
don't-
yet.
or you don't
Or you
get-
don't
Yeah,
get
don't
the.
say.
I'm not going to say yet. But here's.
But
I
the guy
don't
looks
know-
like Ed
Nobody's
Koch.
interested. Nobody's interested.
Call
anyway.
Laura. I don't know if I was insulted.
That's
Call
the
Laura.
attorney. That's the attorney. Call Laura.
Call Laura. Is
Can
Laura
can
your
we
attorney?
mention the product?
Wait, is Joe?
Hold on.
Is Joe
gotta have
expecting
the-
our call at 8:40?
Call Laura quick,
You got
and then
three
we're going to
minutes.
call
Game
Joe.
now. He's probably watching the game.
They wanted somebody who looked like who was a fire chief or was a fireman. All right, so that's why he got the call. I don't get calls for talented stuff. It's like, oh, he was a fireman with a 39-inch waist. What the freak? Do I have a
39?
Yeah. So I had to pad myself when I walked in.
Pad. I thought you were
I-
a 40.
Big money. It was big money,
No, he
but it
looks-
was
he
it was a
looks-
lot of
he's-
fun. You calling Laura?
he's looking good.
Lauren, yes. I'm
Okay.
calling Lauren now.
Bobby, can you put that second flyer up for this Saturday show? What's this Saturday? 20th?
No, that's Friday. Friday the 20th.
Friday. I'm sorry.
The
I keep
arthritis.
saying Saturday.
It's
If
okay.
You're on the show. I keep
I'll,
panicking you.
I'll make sure.
It's for the Arthritis Foundation, but we
Right.
have kids who have arthritis. Laura was on
That's
our
right.
first show. Is
She's
she on?
I think she's on. Yeah.
People
I am
don't
on.
realize.
Hi,
that.
Hold on,
guys.
Laura. Hold on 1 second.
Oh my God, John, my name is Lauren.
That's what I said, Lauren.
Lauren, that's what we said.
That's what I said.
Said
He
Laura.
said Laura, I think.
Shut up.
You can call me
I-
Lorraine.
He's a little bot.
I
Lauren,
said
don't worry about it.
I said Lauren. I said Laura.
You should see his act.
300,000 kids in the U.S. have arthritis. This is commonly known as autoimmune disease. The common treatment is chemotherapy. That these children are in pain 100% of the time. Talk about quickly. We only have a minute. Talk about, because we have another guest after you, this fundraiser we're doing, who we're doing it for, and give a plug.
My son is the youth honoree for the Jingle Bell Run. They do a 5K run in December. This year it's going to be down in Belmar, which is really cool, December 2nd.
New Jersey,
And
Belmar, right?
New Jersey, Belmar, New Jersey, Lake Como. And this year, Vincent, my son, is the honoree. And we're doing this comedy show to help raise money because Vincent's goal was to raise $3,000 for the Arthritis Foundation.
You know who's on that show? Do you know who's on that show?
Yes, you're on that show. Frank Falia's on that show. John Salerno's on that show. And Tom DiDario.
Thank
Tom
God-
DiDario
thank
is
God
headline.
Tom DiDario
I have
showed
news
up
for
bailing
you.
out.
She's not on the flyer. There is a female comic that I'm
There
looking
is
at
a
the
female
flyer.
comic. Yeah.
There is a female comic on this show.
Yeah, her name is Lorraine.
No. Oh, no. I do have a female comic on the show. Her name, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I think it's Liz Barrett. Liz
How
Barrett.
could you pronounce that
I
wrong?
could just screw up Liz.
I mean,
I pronounced
how
Laura wrong.
How could you actually?
Laura, it's Lauren.
Lauren, I pronounced Lauren
Mama
wrong.
Luke.
Oh, my
All right,
God.
Lauren, thank you so much for calling
Right.
in. I don't mean to rush it. You can't call him yet. We have one more
Thank you.
guest.
You
we
guys
gotta-
are great, and I can't wait to see you Friday.
We'll
We're
see
going to
you
have a
Friday,
We're gonna
Lauren.
make you laugh. It's gonna
Thank
be
you.
fun.
Take care,
And
Lauren.
John, I just want to
Take
say
care,
one
Lauren.
thing to you.
Bye.
It's A before I, except
after
after
C.
F.
Yeah, but nobody really cares about you anyway, Frank. You're
Right.
third wheel.
All right,
I spelled it wrong. You seen this flyer for 2 months. You didn't say
Well,
anything.
you weren't going to change it
I
at
said,
that
what have
point.
changed it?
No, I
I'm
don't
calling
believe that.
Maffa now.
It's easy.
I don't
Call,
truly
call
believe
Joe.
Yeah, you call him right in the middle of the game.
All right, so
He'll
now here's the
appreciate
deal.
that.
They gotta
The
take
Yankees
our
are
faces
2-2.
Oh,
He
wait,
may
wait,
not
wait.
pick up.
Oh, yeah, we can take the flyer off, Bobby. The Yankees are 2-2 now,
No, they're
okay?
not.
Now, we have Steve isn't here. We
Is the
have
game
4 Met fans.
Yeah,
we
but-
have 4 Met fans. Very
Where?
nice people, wonderful Met fans. If the Yankees are
Right.
playing...
I'm a Yankee fan, by
We're
the
not
way.
obnoxious.
He's a
We're not a
Yankee
pain
fan.
in the ass.
Yes, you
He's
are.
a Yankee fan, all right? He's really not obnoxious. We got Paul Bond sticking his head. That's a freaking obnoxious Yankee fan. But
No,
not
no,
as
no, no,
obnoxious.
no.
Still vote for the Mets.
Wait, no, no, no.
I
now we're back to the.
apologize.
Wait a
Now we're
second,
back to
wait
the.
a second, wait a
You
second.
Put your head
can't.
in here. Put your head in here a second.
I was going to mention Paul.
Paul
before-
Bond is here,
Where's
one of the
Paul Bond?
most famous comics in Long Island.
Yes.
The guy's unbelievable.
Unknown comics.
Really, he'll never be on this show. He's off. All right. Paul Bond.
No, before
You got him?
before we call the obnoxious Yankee fan.
Yeah.
When the Mets were winning, before we even got near the World
He
Series.
was the worst.
No, Paul
Not
was
him.
not.
Not
Paul
him.
was very clear. Paul went on my
Classy.
page.
Okay,
and
I apologize, Paul.
Very classy
All
comment.
right, let's get this guy on the phone.
He
though.
does it the right way.
Is he on the phone?
I'm going to get the obnoxious one
Okay,
on now.
the most obnoxious Yankee fan I've ever met. I love this guy's act. He's funny. I've known him for years. Joe Maffa is one of the most obnoxious.
Yes.
When the
He's
Mets
not
were in
Paul
the,
Bond.
Listen,
Paul
when
Bond
the
is a
Mets
classy
were in the
fan.
playoffs, all right, he busted our balls. I don't get angry at anybody else. I wanted to kill him, and I like him. I was going crazy. So now let me tell you something. When the Yankees were down 0-2, I bet you Paul Bond wasn't bailing. Maffa was bailing. All right?
Hey,
Hello.
Joe, it's Laughter Saves Lives. You're on the air.
What's going on, guys?
Joe, what's happening, brother?
Are we on the?
Can we hear him?
I hear him.
Yeah, we can.
All
I
right.
hear him.
What's the score, Joe?
Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to John LaRocque, Frank Fiella, Pat Marone, and John Santo, and Paul Bond came out of nowhere
Hi.
and is in the studio.
Hey,
We don't.
bro, what's up, man?
You adopted a cat from me. I do a cat adoption.
Yes,
Yes,
we're
we're gonna get into
We're gonna
that.
have you on when we get back out of Dutch.
We're gonna
I'm
talk
So,
about
Joe,
the
Black cat
Yankees are winning.
what's the score?
6-4.
6-4.
Oh,
In the ninth?
Yes.
Top
yes,
of the ninth.
yes.
Ninth.
now
Yeah, but you guys got to
You
face
guys are stuck in
Keuchel
win.
again
The
in
Mets
Verlander.
fans are all
It's done.
No, it's
stuck
not.
in win.
hold on, Mr. Joe. Now we've been going back for a few years.
Mr. Joe.
When the Mets were in the playoffs 2 years ago, why couldn't
When
you?
was that? I was like 6.
You were the pain in the ass. Why couldn't you let us enjoy our playoffs?
Because I'm a Yankee fan and we don't like the Mets, bro.
No, it's different because I can't say.
Listen.
Go ahead.
You guys will never win a championship.
See? This. Let me
You know
tell
what?
you something.
It's the laugh
Wait,
that's,
hold on.
you know what? It's the
You know,
laugh
it's
that
the
says it all.
laughter.
It's the laugh
It's
that
that
says it
devil
all,
laugh.
Joe. I love it.
Let me tell you something.
Because I'm the Yankee fan here, Joe.
I know a lot of Yankee fans, and a lot of them are very classy people.
Right.
Not me.
I want the Yankees to lose just because of Joe Maffa.
That's
Well,
right.
well, they probably are because they got to
Good,
face Keuchel
good.
again
and
tomorrow.
They're not going to lose. They're
And-
going to
and-
win.
and Verlander,
The
they're
Mets
done.
suck, man.
Mr. Joe.
The Yankees used to have beaten Verlander when he was with Detroit.
Yeah, but they're not going to be.
All right, hold on. Let's
Yes,
not
sir.
debate that a second. We're talking about the most obnoxious Yankee
Right,
finish.
which Joe is.
Mr. Joe, Yankees down 0-2, first round of the playoffs. To
Okay.
me, it looked like you were bailing.
I didn't bail.
Did you read any of your Facebook posts? You were bailing.
Yeah, but I'm knocking my team.
But you can't knock your own team when they're in the playoffs. You got to
You
say,
can knock your own team. So you guys don't understand. Yankee fans don't give a shit about nothing but. Excuse me, I said the S word.
That's okay.
It's all right. We don't
That's
have
all
to. We don't have the
Oh, you're
8-second
allowed to
delay.
say that? You're allowed to say that?
Well, I wouldn't say it again, but
Look,
yeah.
it's a family show, but
it's,
he said
fuck it.
ship. He said ship.
go ahead.
Who's listening to this show?
We're huge in Belgium.
Yes, we have a huge following overseas.
What,
Even with
your
the time
family in
difference.
Naples are listening to it.
We have 15 people
Oh,
right now.
don't get
watching
off
the
topic
show.
now. So Yankee fans are allowed to berate their team.
You won the pool this week, you know.
I did?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you won $50.
I'm going to send you some money now because I'm going to owe so much money at the end of the year. I don't want it to hurt so much.
Now
Dude,
before
I'm
he
in
gets
last place, and I took 2 teams. I'm in last place twice.
Yeah, I took 2 teams too, basically. My son's not paying a dime.
before Joe gets a lot of hate mail coming out of Queens,
Yes.
we should say that other than this, he's a
Come on,
fantastic
Paul,
guy.
tell me how to
yeah, but
be
you
a
know what?
loser,
I
bro.
want to take him to task on something too.
He's a phenomenal comedian.
Joe,
and he's an
because,
awesome guy.
because I'm a Jets fan, and I know you claim to be a Jets fan, and you were also all over the Jets.
The Jets suck.
Oh,
bro.
come on, man.
What's their
Well,
record?
I'm a Jets fan, and I can agree. They do suck.
They do not. Did you ever
They're
expect them to?
horrible,
They're
man.
not going nowhere.
I didn't say they were going to
Nothing
win
since
anything. You guys.
1969.
All right, hold on.
They
Let's not turn this
How
into a
could you be a
sports
Jets
sports
fan and a
show.
Mets fan in New York when you got baseball and football teams that win? They suck. Those two teams suck. The Jets don't even have their own stadium.
He's right.
Neither do the Giants.
The Giants playing in that's Giant Stadium.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
MetLife Stadium.
MetLife. Turn the page, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Oh,
Joe.
come on. Turn the page. The Giants practice day. That's basically their stadium. The Jets suck. Come
Hey.
on, man.
Hey, Joe. Do you remember?
If I have any say in this, you'll never be on
Joe,
this show
do you
again.
remember?
You're out.
Hold on,
Coach, I think the coach is retarded.
Joe.
There's no argument there.
Mr. Joe.
That,
hold
that
on.
one I can't
hold on.
argue on.
Mr. Joe. Tell us.
Yeah, that's all right. We're gonna give him next week.
Joe,
That's
Joe,
all right.
Joe.
That's how we talk, the guy.
Joe, tell us a little bit about your off Broadway production that you have done and you're doing again. Tell us a little bit about that with Eric.
Please.
Because our followers in Belgium may want to go.
I don't care no more, bro. I don't care anymore. About
Tell us about your show, Joe. This is about his show.
Right. He doesn't care about our show, his show.
He's the best guest ever.
It's so true, man.
Tell us a little
Well,
bit.
tell us about this show.
Hey, Joe. Joe, Todd Bowles just called in.
Right.
Who?
The coach of the Jets, Todd Bowles.
Oh, that. What is he?
Joe, we don't suck. We gotta play better football, but we don't suck.
Is that guy? Is that man? You guys are Jet fans. You must be real pissed.
I am.
Well, we are at you. I gotta be honest with you. At you, Joe.
I'm not too happy
Hold
about
on
it.
1 second, guys. Joe, I'm trying to get a plug out of you for your friggin' Broadway, off-Broadway show. Plug your friggin' show.
We opened the 24th in at the where the hell are we opening up? Broadway Comedy Club.
Probably have more people in
What's
the
the name of the
Jets.
show, Joe?
I had my own hair, Tortaglione.
Joe, what's the name of the show?
What's the name of the show?
My Big Fat Dysfunctional Dad, and we're doing the other show. I'm doing Shut Up, Sit Down, and Eat again.
All right, you say it like we're supposed to know.
Congratulations,
Listen,
Joe. The
it's
Yankees
same
won.
show I'm doing
Sit
again.
down,
I'm
shut
doing
up, and
the same
eat.
shit.
Hey, Joe, let somebody else plug the show. Maybe one of the other comics that are on.
Right, have Eric call in.
Because that was a mess. That was a freaking mess. Our followers in Belgium are not going to know where
right.
to go.
You know, Eric's probably watching the show.
All right, Joe, listen.
Joe, is there a final on the Yankees yet?
They won.
yeah?
No, I don't know. You want to know something?
In the bar?
I'm listening on radio because the game is blacked out where I live.
Where do you live?
Wait, I thought you lived in Brooklyn.
I don't even know where I live. That's how far away from civilization. I'm in Pennsylvania almost.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right, listen, we really appreciate you
Almost.
calling in. It was the best call
That'd
we
be
ever
South
had.
Jersey.
Oh,
He lives in Pennsylvania almost.
He didn't
South
actually
Jersey.
call in. We called him.
Right. He's like, what are you bothering me for? I'm trying to eat dinner.
Laugh to Say Lives is our last show. We just lost the show.
Man, I love you guys. You know that, guys.
Joe, always
Next
a
week will be
pleasure.
the Paul
Joey,
Bond show.
thank you. Thank you for calling in, Joe.
Right.
I'll talk to you.
Please.
All right, brother. Talk to you later.
Hang up on him now.
Thanks, Joe. Take care.
All right, that was Joe Moffa, the most obnoxious Yankee fan you ever want to meet. Joe is a funny, funny man.
Is that going to be a segment every week?
Shut
the
up,
most
sit
igni-
down and eat.
Right, every week we're going to have the new next obnoxious caller.
Let me plug this. Shut up, sit down and eat. They're playing a Broadway Comedy Club. If you go on the Broadway website, you probably find it. Joe Moffa's page, Eric Tartaglione's page. We got to get a plug for the guy. What is he doing? Joe Moffa. Funny guy.
Says it all.
Funny guy.
Joe Moffa.
Other than the Yankee thing, he's an awesome guy.
He is an awesome guy.
He's
So,
terrific. He's terrific.
He's
All right, we got
unbelievable.
we got about 5 minutes to go here, boys.
Oh, awesome.
What else do we want to talk about? So, are we going to go get back to the fishing trip? Are you guys into doing this? Because we never said
No.
you don't want to go out fishing on a cold.
I've been
Sunday
known to
morning?
dangle
I'm
my
not a
rod.
fi- I got to
You
work
said
on
there's no
Sundays.
boat.
Sundays
And
is
you
tough for me.
videotape it. You ever seen somebody?
I got to work.
Off
Surf
the pier?
casting.
Yeah, what is it?
But I don't
Well,
have
no,
that
it's,
kind- I
if
don't
it's
have
over
that
here, it's
equipment.
not. No, that's.
You want to go on a golfing
That's
excursion?
freshwater.
Well, I'm there.
We'll do that too.
But
We want to. I think it'll be funny to videotape this. You know what we're doing out there fishing.
we don't even know what we're doing here.
Right.
Well, it's
This isn't
not
even
on
funny.
a boat. How do you do it if it's on a boat?
You You could fish
know who
off a
knows-
pier, or you could do surf casting into the
Listen,
beach.
You know who really knows how to fish? Joe Moffa. Call Joe back. Let's see.
Right.
No, Steve Schlesinger is a big fan.
one of certified Steve-
He missed the
I don't
show
know what
because
that
he was
means.
fishing.
Oh, let me tell a
I don't know
story.
what that means.
Wait.
What
This was the
exact-
funniest.
Let
He
me tell
missed
you
the
a
show
story.
because he was
This is a
fishing.
good way. This is funny. So Steve, pronounce his last name again.
Schlesinger.
Schlesinger.
So last year we're in Texas. We're doing shows out there, and I'm producing a show in Long Beach. And my MC is Steve, the fisherman, right? So my daughter calls me, Dad, it's 5 minutes to showtime. Steve is nowhere to be found. I'm calling him, not answering. So I go, let me go on Facebook. Maybe put a post where he's going to be, you know? He's Facebook living fishing. 5 minutes. He's fishing. He forgot about the
On
show.
a boat,
Wait.
right?
Fishing.
Wait,
I'm
right, he was out on a boat.
He's Facebook. So I'm messaging him, Steve, how would fish? They're good, you know, but because we had a show. The show, we had an extra copy. It was good. And then I finally said, you're supposed to be on stage in 2 minutes. Well, he's not responding. Oh, no. So about 20 minutes later, he goes, oh, my God, John, I'm so sorry. I go, Steve, this is going to be a great story for the rest of my life. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And you know what? I was doing another show in the Hamptons. I was looking at Paul. I was doing another show in the Hamptons.
There he is.
I was doing another show in the Hamptons that night, and I was driving you nuts because the GPS took me to the wrong place. I was in the wrong Hamptons, and it was crazy.
2 shows.
but it was funny.
Right? You think we're going to be away, we relax, have some fun and
Yeah, but the all-time best show thing was this. John has a show, I think it's in Holbrook. So he texts me, Pat, you want to host a show in Holbrook for me tonight? And
when did you respond?
wait a minute,
How
wait a
was
minute.
long?
My phone was in my office. My
Yeah.
phone was in my office at work.
Yeah.
So I get back and I respond. I go, yeah, sure, John, no problem.
minutes, 3
He go-
minutes.
I go, yeah, sure, no problem.
Filled it.
And he goes, oh, sorry, Pat. I got Frank Fiola doing it. Frank
3
Fiola.
minutes.
So I didn't know I was on a game show.
This is Laughter Saves Lives, Paul.
So now Frank gets
we're
it.
saving lives.
But you
We
know how
can't wait.
things work out great. He gave me a guest spot that night. I went out there and I won the raffle for $175.
Right.
I got a better story than that.
You guys know that my head is.
Yes,
He is-
that's why
he is bots,
we
yeah.
try to help you as much as we can.
I know. Thank you.
He called me up. I had just gotten back from New York City. There's Paul.
Paul
are
Bond,
you
the
supposed
cat
to
man.
talk about anything? What?
Right.
Are you supposed to be a guest?
No, he's on the other show.
Because I feel like we should be.
Well, you better tell them we're not leaving, so we're on the next show. Let us sit on. Go ahead.
If you want to see me on one of John's shows, just ask for Paul Bond.
You were on one of my shows, so I hope you have it on your calendar.
Well, we better check before you.
Yes.
3 minutes you got.
So I get home at like 6:15 to Nassau County. John had a comedian who got sick at the last minute, and I had to go. Where did I have to go over the
Tappan
the
Zee.
Tappan Zee Bridge?
Oh, I remember that. You put out
Yeah.
put out a 1085, as we say in the
So
police
I'm
department.
checking the traffic and I'm updating him as I'm progressing.
That's phenomenal.
All of a sudden, 2 police cars
Converge.
on me, and I had a police escort all the way up to the show. No, that didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
But that's a good story. We should
Yeah.
we should keep it that way.
But he
I'm like,
made
wow, John is powerful. He had 2 cops.
He made it
police
to the
escort.
show.
You are powerful.
No, him.
Oh,
made
but
it.
he's not powerful. You're powerful.
You done with that story?
You're terrific.
12/8, we have
Yes.
12/8. We have the show for FDNY family. Wife has some kind of lung illness.
Where's that show?
That show, I don't know. Look on the website. I don't remember where it is right now.
Well,
I'm
why don't we
actually
look on
working-
it for them?
I'm actually working with Aragona Comedy, John Butera
Oh.
on that one.
Oh,
We're
John's
teaming
terrific.
up. I love teaming up with other
Oh,
producers.
I was
It's
supposed.
sort of
I was
like-
supposed to be on that show, but I was supposed to be in Pennsylvania,
Right.
and they forgot that they booked me in Pennsylvania,
And-
and now I'm on. I'm in OTB.
Right, now I got to be honest with you. I haven't been asked to be on any shows, but it's okay.
The
Well, there's a
Mullen-
reason why.
The
Well,
12/8 show,
no,
the
you're right.
Mullenberg family.
What is it for?
The Mullenberg family,
Yes.
and that show is at.
Is it the VFW or the something?
Let's see.
It's on the website.
It's on the web. It's
Yeah.
on laughtersaves.org under
Please,
events.
If you're out in that area, attend. It's going to be a great night. And the big show we're pushing for March 28th, Gotham Comedy Club. We're going to be working with the World Trade Center nurses, Fired Up Against Cancer, for a bunch of FDNY charities that support the firemen that are struggling, the FDNY guys with all different kinds of illnesses due to 9/11. Believe me, it's 16 years? What the frick? 16 years, 15 years? Guys are getting sicker and sicker, and they need the help. So we're going to be doing that big show, 3/28. We may stream it nationally.
But we'd rather you come.
Come, though. Come. Yeah, come.
Like here, we'll have as many viewers.
Yeah,
What about
in
the?
Belgium.
Do we have anything on the gala? Too early.
That's
no,
what he
too
was.
early. I'm thinking City Field. Though I'm thinking a baseball theme. I'm thinking of having Paul Bond on that show. I only
We
say that
looked
'cause
at
he's
we
standing
looked
here.
at that. We.
He's only saying it because he's standing right here. So.
I looked at the City Field thing. I thought we said.
Photo bombing.
He's not on the show. He just came to try to get.
He's just a cardboard cutout. We just keep putting him in front.
He's Paul Photobomb.
From studio to studio.
We can't
Bobby,
get.
let us know when we have a minute.
We can't get.
He
City
hangs
Field
out
the
for
gala.
airtime. He just
I told you this.
he's sitting in the
It's-
pizzeria
Hold
all
on,
day.
hold on. We're looking to do the gala at what is it? Mulcahy's, Mulrooney's. What's the place in City Field?
Oh, McFadden.
McFadden's.
McFadden's,
McFadden's.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a very laid back. I'm not going crazy this year. That was too stressful
I thought
last
you-
year.
oh.
I had Patty cooking and whatever.
Yeah,
was
by the
going
way-
on. Serving. Frank was like a week
Well, I
off
didn't.
his
I,
heart
didn't-
attack.
I didn't-
yeah, I just had my heart attack.
I didn't cook. I just served. So
I had
it's
him
good.
lifting boxes. and-
Well, we gotta.
Nick-
we
Nick
gotta
was
get on
delivering
that
the beer.
because
Yeah.
they run out of dates because the season starts.
John,
so-
you got any shows coming up besides this one?
Just go to my website, johnsantocomedian.org. All my shows are there.
And what about you, Frankie?
Yeah, well, we have a show for Laughter Saves Lives, obviously Friday, and then on November 6th, John's going to be on that with us as well for Keller Williams, KW Cares.
And
It's going
my-
to be at Domenico's, so if you want in on that, reach out to me.
And my comedy career is going great. I'll be at Frankie's Eastside Pizzeria in Farmingdale.
There'll be
Right.
three people
The
there.
vi-
And
home
I'll
of the
be at an
vegan pizza.
OTB in Hopog on
Wait,
Saturday.
isn't that home of the vegan pizza? Frankie's
OTB.
Eastside, home
Yeah,
of the
Frankie-
home
yeah,
of the vegan pizza.
Yeah,
I will
the home of
actually-
Dan Romano.
Dan
Dan
Romano.
Romano,
I have not met him. I've spoken to him
He
a few
don't like
times.
you. Oh, fine.
That's all right. I don't need to be liked.
No,
Listen,
I'm only
I don't
kidding.
like the friends
He
I
don't
have.
even
I don't
know-
need
he
any
don't
new
even know
ones.
you.
Mom's Gone Wild 12-1 for Angela's house. Thank you, Bob Palacastro, for calling in. Wonderful man, wonderful guest. Please come to that show. Bring a toy for the kids. It's going to be a phenomenal night. Yeah.
You gotta thank Tommy.
We're going to wrap it up. Thank Tommy.
Wrap it up.
Thank Lauren.
Thank
Our
you,
sponsors.
Lauren.
We thank our
Laura
sponsors.
or Lauren.
Lauren, he's still messing up this mama look.
And we're out with we can go out with the music and one more
And we
shot
thank.
of Paul Bond.
Yeah, one more
shot
shot
of
of
Paul
Paul
Bond.
One last one.
Hey!
Thanks for stopping by, Paul. Good night.